Welcome back to the channel, everyone. So, car manufacturers. We all know they make cars. But should they be making fragrances? Let's take a nosedive into some of the ones I have in my collection and see if any are actually worth a pickup. So we'll start here with Mercedes Club Black. This one gets a lot of love from the fragrance community and just in general for those who are familiar with it. It was launched in 2017. It's an amber fragrance for men. However, I would just call it a vanilla fragrance for men because you have to like vanilla to appreciate this one. Vanilla, honey, warm, woody. Dry down is great. Suitable for all age groups, possibly a little bit older in the late 20s, 30s, 40s, that kind of age group, because strict vanilla bomb on this one. It's a great cold weather scent, of course. Gets compared to, now a lot of you might not be familiar with this one, but Cologne of the Missions by Les Couvents, or perhaps a more familiar comparison would be Black Vanilla Absolute by Perry Ellis. Lasts about 6 to 7 hours, projects fairly well for the first couple hours, and it kind of dies down to a very soft type of sillage after that. This one is often rumored to be discontinued. However, it is still available. Sometimes hard to find in stock though, for around, still in the $70 to $80 range on discounters. This one is a nice unique bottle here. You can see through the sides a dark ambery juice. Straight vanilla bomb. It's a great solid scent. So as far as the first one goes, yes, I would say Mercedes. Like your cars, very nice, very high quality. Definitely a good pickup on this one.
Taking a look at the details for Mercedes Club Black. This was perfumed by Olivier Cresp. The main accords are amber, vanilla, balsamic, warm, spicy, woody, smoky, and powdery. Notes: we have top notes of bergamot, middle of incense and jasmine, base, vanilla, benzoin, woodsy notes, and ambroxan.
Alright, moving on down the road. Next up, Bentley Intense for Men. It's an amber spicy fragrance for men. It was launched in 2013. This one gets compared to the original Bentley for Men and Idole Eau de Parfum Lubin, if you're familiar with that. It's vanillic boozy and leaves a beautiful scent trail. Has an edge to it. The blend and quality of this Bentley for Man Intense fragrance is held to a very high standard. It's sometimes you'll hear the word niche quality thrown around when discussing this scent. That being said, a lot of people say this is not blind buy safe. I would have to agree. Get a sample or a decant first if possible. Smells better on skin in my experience. For more of mature gentlemen and older gentlemen, I would say, rather than one of the young bucks out there. Overall, a solid, well-constructed fragrance from the Bentley line. Can be found for around $40 to $60, 3.5 ounces on discounters. This one, yeah, it's definitely nice. It definitely has a high quality about it. It definitely carries that vanillic boozy accords. You know, overall, again, yeah, I'd say a solid pickup. Alright, keeping with the Bentley line, Bentley Men Absolute. It's another amber woody fragrance for men, launched in 2014. This gets heavily compared to Gucci Pour Homme 2003. In fact, Michael Amourek created both. And in an interview on Frag-RANTS, in his own words, says he sold the formula to Bentley. In fact, Michael's son, Benjamin, stated in the 2020 interview, Gucci Pour Homme is absolutely the same as Bentley Absolute, or is more like Bentley Absolute is absolutely the same as Gucci Pour Homme. It's an absolutely the same fragrance. He asked his dad, what are the differences between Gucci Pour Homme and Bentley Absolute? And his dad said, nothing. There is no difference. So take that as you will. There's always some drama in the fragrance world, isn't there? There are a lot of takes on that subject, so if you want to dig into the story, it's out there on the internet. But as far as the fragrance itself goes, drama aside, very nice boozy woody scent. Spicy ginger, some peppercorn in this one. In the opening, you can definitely get that. Dry sandalwood, more woods in this cedar. Little whisper of like an oud not really an oud, but something that type of accord in the dry down. I usually get from this as well. Nice projection, 6 to 7 hours on skin, and sillage maybe the first couple hours, and it starts to die down. This one, the same as Intense, you can pick up on discounters for around $40 to $60 for the 3.5 ounce. Another solid pickup. Bentley fragrances are, for the most part, there's a lot of them, and I'll put pictures up of the lines, but there's a lot of them. For the most part, they're pretty solid pickups.
All right, looking at the spec sheet for Bentley for Men Intense. It's perfumed by Natalie Larson. We have accords of woody, warm spicy, amber, rum, fresh spicy, smoky, leather, balsamic, aromatic, and cinnamon. Our notes, we have top of black pepper, bay leaf, bergamot, middle of rum, woody notes, cinnamon, clary sage, African geranium, and base of incense, leather, benzoin, patchouli, and cedar. For Bentley Men Absolute, this was perfumed by Michel Almerac. Notes, pink pepper, ginger. Middle notes, olibanum, papyrus, sandalwood. Base, atlas cedar, agarwood, which is oud, amber, and moss. Our accords on this one are woody, amber, warm and spicy, fresh spicy, oud, and powdery.
All right, moving on to Hummer. So the rack store specials of the lot here. Hummer by Hummer is an amber fragrance for men. It was launched in 2004. It's a nice enough scent, pleasant, fresh, bright. You know, it's said to be one of the best in the Hummer line, if that says anything. It opens up with a fresh, creamy, spicy, some green notes in the background. Dry down is ambery, woody. It's perfect for the spring. It's a good spring scent. Summer through fall, I would say. It's aromatic. I feel like it's got some citrus notes in there too. Nothing super unique about it, but it's not offensive or anything. It's just a cheapie. It's not too bad for a cheapie. I've smelled worse. Good for daily wear, home wear, gym scent, that kind of thing. You know, I love the unique bottle shape here. If you know anyone who's a car enthusiast, has a Hummer, that's how I ended up with this. It's a nice gift, literally $20 mark. Burlington, TJ Maxx, Ross, that kind of thing. You know, that's a great little gift for somebody. But yeah, overall, for what it is, it's not terrible. All right, last but not least, we're moving on to its darker sibling, Hummer Black Edition. Again, a woody aromatic fragrance for men, launched in 2013. Reasonable price on this one as well, $20, rack stores. A bit more mature than the Hummer original, I would say. A little bit smoky, a little bit woodsy. Very fresh, woody smell to it, actually. Cedar note, tobacco faintly present, maybe in the dry down. Again, for what it is, for the $20 price tag, I actually got both of these in a gift set for $19.99 at Burlington. So, you know, can't complain. Performance on both of these, pretty much what you'd expect. You know, maybe 4 or 5 hours on skin. After that, it's just a skin scent. But yeah, you know, for the overall appearance and just the novelty of it, it's not too bad.
All right, taking a look at the original Hummer fragrance here, we have main accords of warm, spicy, aromatic, amber, leather, fresh, spicy, woody, animalic, and patchouli. Our top notes on this one are cardamom, pimento, and caraway. Middle notes of leather, amber, sandalwood, and patchouli. And our base notes are thyme and tonka bean. Moving into Hummer Black, main accords are woody, tobacco, amber, smoky, fruity, musky, sweet, powdery, balsamic, and fresh. Top notes, green apple, cypress, violet leaf. Middle notes of tobacco, orris root, and lotus. And base notes of woody notes, incense, and white musk. So to sum it up, just because it's a car brand, don't discount it right away. There's a lot of good fragrances within the car brand realm, and there's not some guy sitting on a factory floor that doesn't know anything about perfumery creating these scents. These are created from a brief to a perfumer, just like every other designer brand does. just like Dior does, just like Calvin Klein does, just like any of these designer brands would do. So just because it's a car brand, you might be missing out on some really, really good fragrances. It doesn't have to be high end. It doesn't have to be a well-known designer in the fashion world to create a good scent. A lot of these perfumers work with multiple companies, and they've done some wonderful fragrances. So bottom line, if it smells good, it smells good.
So once again, thank you so much for the support. Take care, and we'll catch you on the next one.